passion. I've been thinking about you and you only. And we just like a fuck, that's nothing else. You know, I'm falling in love, that's for someone else.
What's good, y'all? So in this video, I'm going to be reacting to the rap beef you forgot. And it has to do with A$AP Rocky and Tyler, the Creator. And to be completely honest, it ain't something I forgot. It's something I ain't even know happened. I thought they was the best of friends. But I guess this friendship came out of a beef. Which I'm not going to lie. My best, like my... It is 8 a.m. I don't know what they have going on outside. But it's no need... Anyways, my best friendships have come out of like when we didn't like each other in the beginning. Like if we really didn't fuck with each other, and I'm like, bitch. Then look at us, 10 years later, best friends and the bestest of friends. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe Kendrick. Nah. That shit has reached its. There ain't no coming back from that. That shit's over with. But anyways, let's get into it.
Tyler, the Creator, and A$AP Rocky are two of the most influential rappers of the previous decade, and coincidentally also happen to be very good friends. When the two have gotten together to work on songs, they've made some pretty good stuff, and
Potato
honestly,
salad.
they seem to be a match made in heaven.
Billionaire yacht party. If you see sick, we can stop.
However, that wasn't always the case, and in fact, these two used to hate each other. And in case you didn't know or just forgot about it, let's go back a decade and a half ago.
The big-eared bandit is tossing all his manners in a bag and wrapping them in saran wrap.
The beginning of the 2010s marks a very transitional period in music, and hip-hop was no different, with the late 2000s being considered one of the worst eras in hip-hop history.
I still don't know why in Yonkers Tyler decided to actually eat that damn cockroach and actually vomit. I've seen him make himself throw up for no reason. I don't know if he I don't know. He just like literally made himself throw up.
For the 2010s, hip-hop would become more alternative, and a large part of that shift was thanks to the noise that Odd Future was making.
I'll whoop your ass. Your girlfriend look like my mom.
Like, in reality, this shirt is stupid as fuck. It's ugly. It's tacky. People like this shit.
Right now, we're doing this pop-up shop, blah blah blah, Eminem show, opening up, whatever, who, what.
Odd Future's rise in hip-hop was really one of a kind. The West Coast collective wasn't exactly filmmaking and skateboarding, or even fashion. It was clear to everyone that Odd Future wasn't necessarily your traditional hip-hop group, if you even really wanted to call them a hip-hop group. And along their journey, they'd pick up crew members that would become very significant in the decade. Notably in Odd Future were Earl Sweatshirt and Frank Ocean, two artists that helped shape what their respective genres looked like throughout the decade. However, the legacy of Odd Future probably lives on mostly in the way of Tyler, the Creator. Of course, Tyler, the Creator needs no introduction, but in case that you live under a rock or hip-hop just isn't your thing, I got you. The Grammy-winning artist isn't only one of the biggest...
This album was perfection, bro. The album was fucking perfection. I've done like collages of my best albums. I don't know if it's in recent years or what, last 10 years. I'm not really sure. This is on it. What did I put on that shit? Good Kid, Mad City. I put Call Me If You Get Lost. I put Childish Gambino. The one with Redbone on it. I forgot the name of it. That shit's fire too. To Pimp a Butterfly, Forest Hill Drive. Let's get some women up in here. Some women. Jasmine Sullivan's last album, great. I fuck with Scarlet from Doja Cat. I don't know. Some people, I guess, it's mixed reviews. I fuck with the shit. This is not what this video is about, so I'm about to wrap this up. Lucky Day, the Candy Drip. Candy Drip, I see. You feel me? Victoria Monet. Whatever. But I feel like it's really important for, you know, some people might say that he's not hip hop or he's not, cause he's different. And I feel like it's really interesting to, and it's really good to show like the different type of people that can come out of their environment and create music. You know what I'm saying? So like I feel like people have a stereotype of what hip hop is, and I feel like that's damaging. If no one fucking gets that, that's damaging for one, because it's putting a stereotype on a type of people. Usually, it's very negative, and they're dangerous and aggressive, and they're going to shoot me and stuff like that. But when you really look at it and how vast it can be, and even if you say they're weird, it's still hip hop at the end of the day. It's just maybe not your type.
Of the 2010s, as he is also one of the biggest and most influential artists as a whole, with his wave stretching out way past the horizons of music. Music-wise though, Tyler the Creator has made 3 of the most notable albums of the last 10 to 15 years with Flower Boy, Igor, and Call Me If You Get Lost. Each album presenting Tyler the Creator in a different yet very enjoyable way to the one that we know now. And though it seems like Tyler the Creator is loved universally, back in 2010, 2011, this was not exactly the case. The Tyler the Creator that we knew beforehand was the Tyler that had beef with probably the whole music industry. From Bruno Mars to Hobson to Chris Brown to even B.O.B., Tyler the Creator was a very polarizing figure. But to be fair, it wasn't out of nowhere. He was kind of asking for it.
Crash that fucking airplane at that faggot nigga Bob.
A lot of the vibes that Odd Future carried was, we hate everyone that isn't Odd Future, and Tyler the Creator was no different. However, this attitude didn't lead to much respect from many across the hip-hop landscape, with Tyler's career being reduced to essentially the guy that ate roaches. And though he would work very hard for that label not to stick on him, that's all people saw him as for a very long time. On the other side of America though, more or less the same thing was happening with a crew by the name of ASAP Mob.
ASAP it stands for Always Strive and Prosper.
Led by the late ASAP Jams, the collective of ASAP Mob was another hip-hop collective that was on its way to make a name for themselves. But unlike Odd Future, where it didn't really look like the group had a leader necessarily, ASAP Mob very clearly had just one star that they were banking on, and he went by the name of ASAP Rocky.
I be that pretty motherfucker.
You do.
He was a guy from Harlem, New York.
You do. And if he wasn't with Rihanna, you know, I would, you feel me? You fine.
Music, however, carried a very different vibe.
Oh my God, I loved A$AP Rocky too, and I'm saying loved because he really doesn't release that much new music. That shit in middle school, early high school, that shit was flooded. My playlist was flooded.
So unlike 99% of notable New York rappers, A$AP Rocky's style came from the South. This made Rocky stand out because even if hip-hop wasn't necessarily as divided as it might have been in the 90s, there was still a sound barrier to each territory. It's not like now, for example, where a New York rapper can sound like a Chicago rapper, or a California rapper can sound like an Atlanta rapper. In 2010, you probably sounded like where you were from, you know what I mean? Additionally, ASAP Mob also carried ASAP Ferg, the only other rapper that has any type of legacy outside of Rocky, at least in terms of music. And though his career is not as colorful as the one Rocky has had, his works on songs like Work and Plain Jane make...
He's successful, I think. He's lesser known, but even I listen to ASAP and some of them other mofos, they got some songs. They got something, I think, with... Is it the RZA? Am I tweak? One of the Wu-Tang mofos. I should go hard. I'm listening to it today. I haven't heard it in a minute.
And if you hated the ASAP Mob, you probably hated ASAP Rocky as well. Which is basically where the feud begins to take place. Because as you can guess, when there's two collectives that essentially aim to do the same thing, not only are they gonna get compared, but there's gonna be some sort of competition between the two, which often leads to a more hostile relationship. One that can be traced back to 2011, when Haji, member of Odd Future, tweeted ASAP copy, a clear shot at the ASAP crew, and one that Rocky obviously had to reply to, especially because, at least from the public side and an outsider's point of view, it seemed very uncalled for. To which ASAP Rocky would reply by saying, when I see him, I'm going to ask him what's that about. I don't want to smack nobody. I don't want to get sued. I don't want none of that shit. But shit happens. You know what I mean? Which, you know, sounds kind of like a half threat. Like, if you really want it, you can get it type shit. And this would only mark the beginning. At least in terms of Odd Future members taking shots at ASAP Mob. And more specifically, ASAP Rocky. As Tyler the Creator took a shot at Rocky for, quote-unquote, directing the music video for Blunt After Blood by Danny Brown. Because just a few hours after the music video was released, Tyler the Creator would tweet, "The word director is thrown around very loosely nowadays." Something that ASAP Ant, assuming it was a stray at Rocky, would respond to on Twitter by saying, "I'll smack the shit out of you." Now, hindsight is 2020, and looking back at it, that Tyler tweet could really be about anything. But considering
I was about to say, so this sound like this beef was somehow started by niggas outside of these two, because you saying that ASAP or somebody in Odd Future said something about Rocky, somebody in ASAP Mob said something about Tyler, but it don't seem like it was ever really directed to each other. But maybe that's coming.
it was only a few hours after the music video release, you can probably guess that it might have been a shot towards Rocky. Especially because a few months later, Tyler the Creator would once again diss ASAP Rocky. When ASAP Rocky released Fucking Problems alongside Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and 2 Chainz, Tyler the Creator would once again throw shots at Rocky via
What a time. What a time. That shit won't happen now. That shit will not happen now. They all hate each other. Actually, everybody in that music video, I think, hates Drake. I don't know about 2 Chainz, but I saw him tweet on Not Like Us or comment like, he ain't say nothing bad. He was just like, I heard my name, like, with like a happy face or something. But it was against Drake. So if he fucked with Drake, he would be like, oh, you wouldn't say that.
It's a new song with the same 4 people that we expected to be on it with the same shitty trap beat. Ha 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 ha. Which personally, I don't get it. I think Fucking Problems is a bop. Historical moment in hip hop considering where Kendrick Lamar and Drake are nowadays. But that's besides the point. When ASAP Rocky was asked what he thought of the Tyler the Creator shot, he just replied with indifference, saying that Tyler the Creator had an opinion, and at the end of the day, everybody is allowed to have one. Further adding that he wasn't tripping over what Tyler the Creator said because he's jiggy. Which reminds me, shout out to Will Smith. May the Academy forgive you, man. Anyways though, this is about as much as we see in terms of public beef. Somewhere along the lines, ASAP Mob and Odd Future called for peace. There was definitely a lot of smoke, and behind the scenes there was probably a
Let's be real. If ASAP Rocky had like fed into it, I feel like this would have been like some serious shit. But ASAP Rocky was like, bruh, you're pressed and I'm not feeding into it. And now look at them.
a lot of fire between the two, but I can't really fault them for calling peace on each other, especially when you consider where hip-hop beef tends to end. I think this is a happy ending. However, if you were wondering why the two groups were beefing, A$AP Rocky and Tyler the Creator has basically said it was just a thing about comparisons.
You know, me and Tyler, man, we was the same way. It was like our crews ain't fuck with each other type shit.
For real, Tyler the Creator?
Man, you ain't know about that?
Nah, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. So basically, our crews ain't really fuck with each other and shit. And it was because we was young, because people would compare like, oh, they East Coast group, y'all West Coast group, blah, 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 shit like that.
Media was fucking y'all
yeah,
shit.
Basically.
It wasn't even nothing personal. Y'all didn't even know each other like that.
Nah, man.
More recently at a performance, Tyler the Creator opened up on how he used to not like A$AP Rocky. And that's basically about it. Of course though, it wasn't because he really hated A$AP Rocky. It was just because Odd Future didn't like A$AP Mob. And thank God they realized they worked good together.
No,
because
fire.
those songs that they put out together,
they're fire. Their music, but even like the moments that come from their like their friendship is dope. Like they're funny as fuck. And it's just so interesting. Like I said, you could say these two people are like so different. And I feel like, I don't know, sometimes people think that you have to be around people that are like just like you for y'all to get along, and I don't think that is it at all. Like I think there's people with vast differences that you can end up like them being your friend soulmate type shit, or them being your soulmate type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is like a perfect example of that, and they're fine
together have been fire. I guess this really does go to show you a lesson though. Just because your friends don't like or hate somebody doesn't mean you have to hate them. And who knows, you might even get along with that person if you gave them a chance, but you have to give them a chance. For that, I applaud Tyler the Creator and A$AP Rocky, because I know I probably wouldn't have done that. With that being said, man, I kind of miss like the insanity that was last weekend. I hope
I do, like, it was a weird thing where it was like, okay, who's dropping? Who's dropping? Because it was so, like, wild all the fucking time. And this was, I think, uploaded a week ago. So he's talking about the beef and the back to back disses and the Twitter stuff and everything, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, I really do think that this was dope. I don't know though, like I said, if my best friend didn't like somebody, I would obviously want to know why. And if she's tweaking, I might be like, girl, you tweaking. But I don't think I would be friends with them if that's my best friend. You feel me? If it's like oh, you cool, but did she do something to you? Or if it's just like, well, I'm just jealous because she's pretty. Bitch, I don't give a damn. Okay, you gonna have to tighten the fuck up and get secure with yourself. But if it's like, oh yeah, she robbed me. All right, then fuck that bitch. Where's she at actually? Because I got something for her. You know what I'm saying? That's like the difference. So it just depends on what the beef is. This beef though was from two different people for no fucking reason. And yeah, so I understand how this kind of got patched up, and I'm happy that they did patch it up because, like I said, good music, good moments, good vibes, good memories. Anyways, y'all like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. I'll see y'all in the next one.